All right, guys. Oh my goodness. This is, let's see if I can make a quick video. The yard is a mess. It is pre-spring. It is just now February the 5th or 6th. I don't know what day it is. I've been under the weather for a little bit, so the days kind of blended in together. But I'm just going to do like a little very quick as possible walk through around the yard and show you the mess and the chaos and all the work that needs to get done. And this can be like my reference point reminder of all the things that I need to get done. All right, so this is the pear tree I cut back. It was way bigger than that, but I'm trying to keep it arm's length, and hopefully we get some pears this year off of this. I've been fertilizing it and trying to keep the bottom clear so I could fertilize it. I do have eggshells and coffee grounds and some fertilizer down here for a fruit tree, just to keep my fingers crossed and hope that we get something this year. We had 3 small fruit last year, and I think I messed that up when I was trying to keep the aphids off of it. So I'm definitely going to have me some soapy water to try to combat those aphids this year and not mess up my fruit, because that was very sad. All right, so, and I also have to put some black paper down to try to keep the grass down from competing with this tree. All right, so I'll tell you, it's a mess. I already took the cattle paddle down from off both sides of the greenhouse. Over here, I know I said last year or the year before last that I was going to minimize the space down some. As you can see, I went ahead and pulled down my little fence line, and oh my gosh, I got an ant bed right there I need to take care of. The good thing about it is not on the inside, so that's nice to see. Anyway, so I've already shoveled the dirt from probably about a foot to 18 inches into there, and I'm planning on only having the dirt from here to there. And I've ran through so many different scenarios of what am I going to grow out here. Currently, I still have cabbage, collards, spinach, and 2 or 3 things of kale on the other side that's not doing like so hot because the other side doesn't get a lot of sun. But pretty much I'm going to have one line coming down here, and then it's going to be a little gap in the middle, and then another line coming down the other side. So I have to really tighten this up, and I've decided that I think I'm just going to put my onions in this area, and I might sprinkle a pepper or a tomato or 2 throughout that, so it will be protected with all these onions that I'm going to plant from Dixondale Farms. All right, so that's the plan with that. I might as well go this way. Peach tree, she is definitely bare. I am trying to not have so many leaves on this tree this year. It might not have any peaches, but I just wanted the space, the airflow, because we have still that issue going on with the tree. They'll grow and then they'll turn brown and fuzzy and fall off. So this is the way I'm just trying to figure out how to fix it. If I can't fix it, I'm cutting it down to the ground. And I do have another peach tree that I can replace it with. Now this is a mess. All this black paper, like I said, I haven't been feeling well, so I temporarily kind of stapled it until I was going to be back out here to finish stapling it down before all the grass starts growing. in the warm weather. So this is the next project on top of replacing that black paper with this good black paper that I got from a greenhouse mega store, something like that. It is thicker. It's a 20-year plastic paper weed barrier, so it's definitely more heavy duty than that fabric type paper. Now I'm probably going to leave that around the peach tree, and I'm going to pull all this up, put some more soil amendment in my lines, my 4 lanes, and cover it back up. I think I am going to put tomatoes out here. I might do the first row behind these trees with the mulch will probably be corn. I was gonna put corn on the far end by the shed, but it's so shady. I don't want to take that chance because I do want to have some corn this year. It's not gonna be a lot of corn, but it will definitely be something. So anything beats nothing. I still have an old pepper plant back there that we haven't pulled up yet. It is a mess. Our yard is truly a mess. But like I said, we have not been feeling well. So this is the progress. And I've been trying to cover my poor little citrus. My citrus in this area always struggle, except for this one in the middle. This year it is actually looking pretty snazzy. It didn't die back or anything. I have no idea what type of citrus this is. It's been a while. So hopefully it's not a citrange, because that would be a waste of space, and it looked like it could be. So that's never good. This one right here, I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a lemon or lime, and that one over there always dies out. You probably can barely even see it. It dies out every single year. And I tried to mulch it, and it still died. This plant here is my olive tree. Haven't seen any olives on it yet, ever. But it's still doing something. I've added some more trees to my space. I did have another tree here. It died, and so I ordered a Arkansas black. I think that's what it's called. Oh yeah, Arkansas black tree, apple tree from Ison's. I hope it makes it. It's cold out here, and I've tried to cover it up with the mulch. It's a mess out here because I've been trying to do little things here and there as I could before I got sick. And here is another citrus. I'm just gonna let that that tall citrus just grow. It looks about like this one with some new leaves. I don't know. I'm not gonna give up on it yet because it's actually just now starting to do stuff. But the frost is whipping its tail. This cold weather is not okay for these plants. And this is another citrus. Looks terrible, but it's still green, and we so close to spring. I hope it comes back. I've spent a lot of money. You see my paper coming up. I don't have enough staples currently at the moment. I will within the next week or so go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get some more staples. This poor little tree is hanging on for dear life. It's another citrus. I'll probably go through later and tell you what exactly they all are. This is another addition to the yard. This is and I hope it makes it. I'm so sad if it won't. So I got this from out of Colombia. It's supposed to be a brown select Satsuma mandarin. Of course, I had it in my greenhouse and all the leaves started falling off. And so I said, I don't know if I should even put it out. But it looks pretty bad right now. But it still has some leaves. So we're just gonna leave it as that. And do a double check in the spring when the warmth starts coming out. All right, so I added a few things here around my cat's cage. I have some raspberries of some sort. I think these are the gold raspberries or something. I have 4 little sticks right here. They're not all doing good, but 2 out of 4 or 3 out of 4, that'll be fine, because I think they grow out of control. My cherry tree is starting to get on some buds there. This little citrus right here is very hardy. This is that Kishu mandarin. I did cover it as well, but that's the best looking one I have. So that's nice to know and see. This poor little thing right here was my grapefruit. Now I have to go on a hunt to find a grapefruit to replace it. I was so excited about that, and then it started dying back. I'm so sad. This is another one that suffered from the cold. This is that key lime. It's not doing too hot, but hopefully it'll make it. All right, let's go this way. Oh, the other side of the cat cage, blackberries. These are 2 different kinds. You got the Ponca, Ponca, the Ponca. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here it is, Ponca. And then we have my Prime Arc. So that's where those are. Of course, my containers are here. I have mint and peppermint, spearmint and peppermint in these boxes. It doesn't look like it, but it's in there. My asparagus, it finally died back, and I chopped it down. I still have a pile of stuff that I need to still trim back before they start coming through. It's nothing yet, quite yet, but it is February, and that's when they start to come through. I have fertilized them in the fall, but that's about it. These are garlic that I didn't really securely harvest and kept dry. It rained on them, so they started to sprout, so I just took them all, just tossed them in here, and just hoping that they do something. If they don't, that's fine. All right, I'm going around here. My cat is constantly following me around the yard. She's helping me tour. All right, so over here is the blueberry area. You probably can't see. That's one plant. I have another plant back there. One plant right here on the red stem. Have a nice plant that's getting the buds on and a leaf or two. That plant back there probably is dead. That one might be as well. This one doesn't look like it's alive at all. It is brown and dry, but that's fine if it's not coming back. A lot of these look like they're struggling, but they're still alive. I have one back here, one right here. Just getting a few little buds on it. And that's it for that blueberry section. Now the plans for this area over here. From the end of that blueberry, which would be right here, I don't think I'm gonna sit anything right there. That's probably where I'm gonna have like a rain barrel or something to catch rain out of this downspout. Her mama taught her well how to climb fences without hesitation. Anyway, not to get distracted, but beyond this downspout, everything from here all the way to the corner and maybe around to where my mustard greens are starting, I'm probably going to just grow some artichoke. I got some growing, but I need to amend this soil over here. I don't know what these vines are, but they got to go. I don't appreciate that. And I'm gonna put black paper down so it can kind of control the space. My mustard greens are bolting. They look like they're bolting. Need to pull them up. Pull them up, pull them up. I have collards over here. Kale. Kale, kale, kale. More collards. Garlic. Kale. Nothing growing. I did plant some herbs over here. Hopefully they're getting cold stratified. They'll come popping through. But if I put black paper down, I might just leave a gap or cut a gap so it can come through. More collards. Collards. And it brings us out to this box. That look like broccoli. Wait a minute. Dude. That could be a collard. Alright. So these are cabbages. The two best that I ever had. Along with some Swiss chard. So it's actually getting a head on it. And I'm so excited. This is the best cabbages that I've grown. I kind of started giving up on cabbages because I never could get a head to form before the caterpillars ate it. But this year, I've given it plenty of, what do you call that, nitrogen to help with that. This area over here is just old broccoli from this past fall. Of course, you see it's all browning because of the frost. And the grass is growing. I'm probably going to put black paper on top of that too and just put some holes over here. I don't know yet. That sounds like a great idea because I don't want to do any work this spring. Okay. Alright, so I added a couple extra trees. I'm not going to walk all the way over there, but by that blue pool, there's a new plum tree. I did pull up that old cherry tree. It's been here at least 5 years. There is nothing. If it didn't do anything by now, it's not going to. And it's wasting space that I could put something that we actually want. So that's what I did. I changed it out to a plum tree. This is another plum tree. I don't really, let's see. That's the Methley plum tree. That's our old plum trees right there. This is a new tree. This is a Morris plum. So a Morris plum. These are the mulberries. I've never had a mulberry. That's for my husband. Anyway, this is a combo cherry tree. So I'm excited to see if that actually turns into anything. This is another cherry tree. It's a black tartan cherry. And then this is another one. All right, and this is called Craig's Crimson Cherry. Now, let me just say, we might not get enough chill hours for cherries. And I didn't even realize that I bought 3 plus the other one over there. I didn't even know I had 4 cherry trees. But to my surprise, they came in the mail. So, yeah, I had to find a place for them. And that is pretty much about it. The grapevine, I still need to work on that project. Me procrastinating is just a terrible thing. I have to get these lines up. They're coming through too. I got to. They feel healthy, nice. I have to fix this so I'll know where my leaders are. Yeah, my leaders. This is a collard plant, actually 2 of them. I staked it up. I didn't plant this here. The seeds fell off the trampoline when we were picking seeds 3 years ago. And most likely this is going to go to seed this year because it's so old. I have shared produce with, oh man, did I leave this top off? I shared produce with my neighbors because it's just too much for us. Too much for us to have. All right, so this box, this bin here will be my ginger. Now I did buy some ginger and I did plant it in there, and I already knew when I planted it, it was gonna die because of the winter. But it was getting so long and tall that it was literally almost 4 or 5 feet tall. So I just bought it out here. I can always buy some more ginger. It's about $5-10 for a few heads of that. My greenhouse, once again, is just a mess. It's nice to see that I have a 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I have 3 trays. 4 trays. Ooh, 5 trays. Yes, that's exactly what I need to see. Anyway, just getting excited. Sorry, y'all. I definitely have to go and clean that greenhouse out because all those trays I can start seeds from. Let's see. Let me check on this box. I'm actually starting some seeds. Those are tomato seeds. They are doing just fine in here. It is so nice and cozy in there. They are doing great. I'm happy about that. Even it's so cold out here, it's still warm. So that's a plus. I did start some, I need to bring, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to clean out this tomorrow so I can organize and get me some soil in some containers and put my tops on there. So I can get some seeds going. The failure of my seeds for over the years, I've learned. I didn't have a humidity dome, which put a tremendous strain on my seedlings trying to stay moisturized. And so I went to a hydroponic store in my area and I found some seed trays with humidity domes, and hopefully that will help. Hopefully that will help with the germination process and the seed growing process. This is my strawberry box. Now, I still have strawberries that are still holding on in here. It's not as many as it was. Some of them might come back, but it was a box that was sitting on top of them. So I'm surprised as many made it as it did. I do have more strawberries coming. About 50 more plants. I have no idea, and I mean no idea, where I'm going to put those 50 plants. I did have the thought of putting it over there in the fall area, but we have squirrels and they are rabbits, and I wouldn't enjoy anything from over there. So I have to I'm probably going to put the strawberries on the far side of the greenhouse, kind of sprinkle them in between the onions. I think that might be a good idea, and it might not be. I have to do some research. But if onions and strawberries don't go together, then I'll try to just make them a little space, a little corner right there around that mango. Speaking of mango, I wonder if it did okay during this winter. Anyway, so this is the last tree that I think I have had coming. And this is just, oh goodness. This is a harvester peach. Peach tree is so tiny. Oh my gosh. We're not going to have peaches on that this year, for sure. But it's okay. Because I don't have anywhere to plant it. As you can see, it's in one of the kitchen containers. So yeah, I don't have a place to plant that quite yet. I'm not the best at, I know I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm still not the best at keeping a lot of things alive, especially in containers. This is something I have to work on. And building a drip irrigation system just for containers. Other than that, that's all I have. I don't have anything else to really show you. I do have that new little area on the outside of our fence, but I'm just going to be growing hibiscus flowers so I can keep it for the rose, for their make tea. I want to make tea from my hibiscus, so it's sitting right there outside that fence, and hopefully it'll be beautiful flowers right there. It'll be a dual purpose section. I plan on reusing these buckets. I've been debating for so many years whether I should keep these or throw them away, and I'm glad that I kept them, because now I could probably stick that harvester peach in there, and that could probably be its permanent place.